Today we're diving into a comprehensive comparison between the brand new PS5 Pro and the highly praised standard PS5. For anyone wondering what Sony has brought to the table with this mid-gen upgrade, there's quite a bit to be excited about. Just like the PS4 Pro before it, the PS5 Pro isn't a completely new generation of consoles, but it packs enough power to significantly improve the gaming experience. We're talking enhanced performance thanks to an upgraded GPU, better ray tracing, and NVIDIA DLSS-like technology to boost frame rates. It's built for those looking to push their gaming even further without waiting for the next full console generation. So in this video, we'll be comparing the PS5 Pro to the original PS5 and exploring all the key upgrades that make this console a tempting option for serious gamers. And if you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving it a like and subscribing. Let's start off with the design. The PS5 Pro doesn't stray too far from what we've seen with the regular PS5. Sony stuck with its latest iconic black and white color scheme and futuristic aesthetic, which has always been divisive. From what we have seen so far, the PS5 Pro looks very much like a slimmer version of the PS5, but with some subtle changes, including black stripes down the middle. If you weren't a fan of the PS5's design, the Pro probably won't change your mind. But the good news is the Pro comes with 4 removable faceplates, giving you some room to customize the console's look. The size seems to sit somewhere between the regular PS5 and the PS5 Slim, so it'll take up a bit less space, which is a win if you found the original PS5 too bulky. As for ports, they're virtually the same as the Slim. It comes with 2 USB-C ports on the front and 2 USB-A ports with an Ethernet port around the back. And remember, this console doesn't come with a disk drive unless you pay extra, so there's no eject button either. Overall, it's more of the same with some minor adjustments. If you're into customization and don't mind the Pro's look, it's a decent upgrade, but nothing groundbreaking. Moving on to the performance. This is where the PS5 Pro truly starts to shine. Sony has promised some major performance improvements over the standard PS5. And it's easy to see why this new console is generating so much hype. The big claim here is that you won't have to choose between high resolution or high frame rates anymore. The PS5 Pro aims to give you both, and that's thanks to its upgraded GPU, which reportedly has 67% more compute units compared to the PS5. Not only that, but the memory is 28% faster, and according to Sony's lead architect Mark Cerny, these upgrades will translate into a 45% improvement in rendering speeds during gameplay. Enhanced ray tracing is another big focus, offering more lifelike lighting effects and reflections. Plus, Sony has introduced something called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, a form of AI upscaling that should make your games look sharper without sacrificing frame rates. And with the bump up to a 2TB SSD, you're getting double the storage, which is a huge bonus if you're someone who downloads a lot of games. Performance-wise, the PS5 Pro easily takes the crown here, as these upgrades should make a noticeable difference for anyone pushing their console to its limits. Finally, let's talk about the price and availability. The PS5 Pro is launching on November 7th, with a price tag of $699. And for that price, you're getting a pretty sweet deal of a console with a 2TB SSD, a DualSense controller, and a digital copy of Astro's Playroom. But here's where things start to add up. If you want a disk drive, that'll cost you an extra $79, and a vertical stand is another $29. So before taxes, you're looking at around $810 if you want the complete setup. In contrast, the regular PS5 still holds strong at $499 with a 1TB SSD and built-in disk drive, which makes it a much more affordable option if you don't need the Pro's boosted specs. There's also the disc-less PS5 version for $449, which keeps the base model even more accessible. So, if you're on a tight budget, the PS5 definitely comes out ahead in this round purely from a price perspective. So, what does this all mean moving forward? Well, if Sony delivers on all the promises it's made, the PS5 Pro could seriously compete with high-end gaming PCs, and even some of the best gaming laptops out there. It's shaping up to be one of the most powerful consoles ever released, and that's exciting for any gamer. But here's the thing, what games are you going to play on this machine? If you've been paying attention to this console generation, you'll know that there's been a serious lack of exclusive titles that fully utilize the power of these new consoles. The PS5 has had some great games, but not many of them have really pushed the hardware to its limits. So, while the PS5 Pro will absolutely deliver better performance, the question remains, are there enough games that will justify the upgrade? For now, if you're already happy with your PS5 and don't feel the need for extra performance, sticking with the base console might be the smarter choice. But if you're all about cutting-edge tech and want to future-proof your gaming setup, the PS5 Pro is definitely worth considering.